God damn it, bro. So you got Xanax, ecstasy, and cocaine?
No, I didn't get the Xanax.
Final round. Fight.
I just got one tab of X and I grabbed
I just got asked. Fucking the owner just asked me, "Can you do a 5 a.m. to 8 a.m.?" I said, "Law, sure." Let me invite and Ritz too, because Ritz invited me earlier, but I told him I wasn't here.
Yeah, get all the homeboys in there. I want to talk to them all messed up.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, come on. I'm friendly messed up. It's all good.
You should watch this stream, because I'm about to kick ass.
I'm trying to. If you have a stream to load, I would do it. Oh, are you? Oh, never mind. You do. Okay.
Cabal.
Yeah, as the homeboys in here, I want you.
I did already.
Alright, well, we'll see it.
Jackie Briggs.
Did he head out? Yeah, he headed out. Okay.
He was cool, though. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he was in this King of the Hill up until I was like, yo, I'm gonna hop back in party chat. But yeah.
Again, like, you know, just being my own, like, pessimistic self, you know. I'm imagining people that you would find off the chat. I'm just imagining, like, a bunch of shitheads, but, like, really cool dudes.
Mortal Kombat community is actually surprisingly decent for the most part.
Round one.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably, honestly, probably a little bit better than the second. And based on my experience, like,
nah. Sorry, I'm just in a match. No, I'm in a match and getting destroyed. Oh! Okay. Hey, Ritz.
How's it going? Sounds like it.
I'm getting fucking killed.
Okay.
I might hop out of this King of the Hill, actually go back to ranked. These people are all better than me.
What, bro? Trying to get a raid party together, actually, in another group.
I'm not trying to play Destiny personally, but that sounds fun.
I can't get it open.
Just pull that.
What raid are you trying there, buddy?
Told you you could do
Leviathan?
Oh, that's like the regular Callus one, right?
Yeah, but it says prestige of it.
That's how I feel about any Destiny whatsoever right now.
Hey, I'm getting.
And it's not MDS. For me, it's just that I've done, like, even not the prestige of that, but I've done that one so many times. Cheerleader until early in the morning because I've had a lot of caffeine. And look at me go.
I have to work from 2 to 8 in the morning, so yeah, I'll be here till about 1.
Alright, man.
Fucking, I can't believe I have to do 5. I had to 2 to 5, and the owner just texted me like, "Can you do 5 to 8?" I was like, LOL, sure, why not? Like, I guess.
You gotta get your coffee brewing, and then you gotta get your, you know, you gotta hit when you're giddy up.
You are not wrong,
Yep.
sir. You are not wrong.
You know, you'll be fine. You know,
Round
like I
one.
said, your options. You got two options. One was to take a nap, and one was what you're doing, and you're doing fine. So, what's your temperature like in Tempe, Arizona today?
What's good?
What's up?
Oh man.
This fucking
Hey, I'll
guy.
This fucking yeah. Dude,
Ah!
Yes.
I'm messing fuckers up in D&D.
Sick. What
Dude,
what character are you playing again? The druid, right?
So I'm my druid, and we're in like a hell of a fight, dude. We've got a teleporting ice giant that's using evil eye and shit, all sorts of levels
Sick.
of evil eye on us. We've got another spellcaster in the back that we haven't even gotten to, plus like 6 other ice giants.
Sick.
And we have like this bottleneck going, man. And the first one we killed in that thing last week with the thorns plus flames circle, we killed their like giant leader that blew the horn and like drew them all in. So now we're having to deal with like the troops that he alerted. Anyways, we're going crazy. I used my last 2. You have to expend 2 forms of wild shape as a druid,
Yep.
and you can be a CR7 elemental. And I turned into a rock elemental. I am a large rock golem.
Sick.
I have this ability. It's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. I have this ability where
Yeah,
I
that's
can
true.
like move through the earth without disturbing it, so they don't know where I am. It's called Earth Walker. And so I am like currently just like sneaking in and out of walls. I killed one dude by grappling him and just moving into a wall. Like he is just part of the wall now.
I love it so much. I love
Yeah.
D&D.
It's not my party.
It was fucking sweet. So that's where we are now, though, and it's getting wacky. One dude got cursed, and he's like all deformed and shit now. He has like club legs and feet, and he has half movement and disadvantage and all this other shit. Like it is dire right now. Yeah, it's getting a little shady.
Oh,
Alright. Davey, raid.
I know. I'm ready.
Yeah?
Are we? I was gonna say let's
I'm not doing it.
send.
You know, no.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just no. And it's not that I don't want to. It's not that you guys aren't awesome and I don't love you. It's that I've raid so many times, and I've only done that raid so many times. And you guys are better off having someone who's, you know, if you're gonna do that
Prestige,
raid,
You get different armor,
I know you do.
and you get platinum the game.
I agree. I agree.
Very
But well, no, I agree. But I'm just saying. At this point, I feel like if we were getting into a serious situation, I would rather not get into it than mess up somebody's serious situation. You feel me?
I mean, you're not gonna mess up anybody's thing, man. The more people, the better. It's all good. It's up to you. It's up to you. I'm not gonna fight you on that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and we've had fun with it. But
Yeah, only reason I say it is because I trust you. You're good at it. I know you can do it.
you're exactly right. I can, but I'd feel very dumb if I started messing up. So I'm just gonna kind of.
Well, we've got people who haven't done it, so you wouldn't be done. Uh-huh. It'd actually be really helpful to have you along. But don't, hey man, I'm not gonna
Hey, don't
put
feel
you
pressured
off one
into
way or
it.
another.
Yeah.
Ah!
Guys, I want to. I think it's
No worries.
fun, but right now I just.
If we do a different one, maybe?
Yes, definitely if you do a different one, but also, it's just, you know, I just don't want.
I might be able to convince them that, I mean, they can do this at any time. If I can convince them to do a different one, you're down?
Well, no, don't. No, if everyone wants to do what they want to do, don't change it to me.
I don't give a fuck what they want to do.
I'm trying to. But I'm trying to articulate what I'm trying to say is that I want everyone to do what they want to do, and I don't want to get in the way of that. And I feel like I'd be just fine. I could do the prestige, I'd do
Oh my god, I'm going back to the other party, I guess.
Wait, no. Tell them. Okay, go back to the other party and tell them to join us, or invite us. One of the two.
Okay.
There's another party. No, Carson, I see what you're saying, man.
It's like it's not that I don't want to do it. It's more that I would feel crappy if I was kind of like, oh, jokey party, having a good time mood.
Which is what you'd rather do. Which is what I would rather do too.
I kind of would, and bro, like again, you know, do your thing and everything. But the last thing I want to do is to be the goober on the party where everyone's serious and I'm just goofing around. So.
Well, and I just saw Sync, and Sync is in the party, and that kind of worries me.
Who?
You guys don't know Sync.
No, I've spoken with him a few times.
He's just really intense raider.
Thank you. Yeah, nothing's wrong with him or anything, but exactly what Davis just said.
Like, if you're trying to have, that's not the, yeah. From what you've described, and to be honest, what I would probably rather, but I do want to do it. It's like, it's conflicting
You know what?
ideals.
I'll tell you what. If you guys need one more person, then I will 100% do it, and I'll put on a serious face, and I'll flip the switch, and I'll be just fine. However,
We might.
However,
You might be taken up on that offer.
no,
You're gonna have fun.
I am gonna have fun, but I'm gonna be under level because don't forget I haven't played a whole lot.
No. This one scales. It doesn't matter what level you are.
Okay, well then in that case I'm fine.
But you know what? I'm gonna argue for what we just said, though. Like, I want to have fun. If this shit starts going south real quick, I am gonna speak up. Like,
And you know, and again, I'm not gonna sit there and goof.
somebody starts going, I don't have as much time. Like, let's be serious. No, I'm not about that. This better be fun. We've all done this a million fucking times. There's no reason to do this and not enjoy it. Like, even the folks last night.
And honestly, dude, if you're in charge, then you'd have to be a moron not to get it. You've got it. Like, you know, if you know.
I might not be. It might be Sync. I don't know.
Well, either way, you know, like I said, man, I'll do my best, and I'll make it here. I'm not gonna goof off and do this here and do a mess around thing, but if it gets to the point where it's like, oh, this is really hard, and we're not getting it, then I'd rather just, it's Friday night, I'd rather just kind of goof around instead of sitting there and upset about something, you know?
No, I agree. Hey, did everybody get that?
Get what?
No, everybody didn't get that invite? What the fuck are they doing? They might just be invited.
I sent the invites out when you suggested people.
Yeah, I know, but okay. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna invite y'all.
I'm not gonna join, bro. I'm gonna just.
Yeah, you're gonna chill.
Yeah, I mean I have to go to work at 2, so I'm just chilling for a minute.
Okay.
But
All
good
right,
luck.
man. No worries.
Are you talking about joining a new chat? Or are you talking about joining a new game?
Join our new chat.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna chill out for a minute, and then I'm gonna join with
Cool.
you. But please still
I'll still send you the invite. Yeah, I'll send you the invite, Alex, as well. If you change your mind. Either
All right,
way,
cool.
You don't have to worry about it. Yo, if I don't see you though, Alex, be easy, brother. Have a good weekend. If I
yeah,
don't
you too.
talk to you,
Definitely.
I should be on tomorrow though. Probably later on.
Cool.
Peace.
Peace. Oh!
But yeah, man, I'll chill with you for a minute, and then if I feel like going over with them, I will. But
Yeah, honestly, bro, like, I much love to them, but, like, that kind of sounds like the last thing I want to do right now.
I sort of get like, yeah, I'd rather just fucking just chill and hang out, and like, you know, for especially for a minute, and then like, you know, if they need somebody, then maybe I'll go in. But like, again, like, I am not trying to do something super serious right now. Like, you know, and I've done that raid a bunch of times, so it's not super serious, but at the same time, like, you do have to pay attention, and I don't want to be like, oh, Carson, how come you're not getting it? It's like, well, I'm fucking fucked up, so sorry, you know? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, like, that's, like, a whole bunch of hours and effort, and, like, I don't know. Like you said, like, that's the thing. Like, if it was a new raid, maybe, but, like, the same raid we've done 100 times.
Bro, like, exactly, like, how many fucking, like, that's another thing, too. How many fucking times have I done that raid? I can't, like, you know, It's like, oh, we're not getting it. It's like, who fucking cares if we're not getting it? This raid is 2.5 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how many times have we all done this raid together? Like, come the fuck on. I would join just to say hey in the chat more than anything, you know. God dang it, Kitty, what are you doing? But anyway, positive note,
That's good.
yeah, no, they're excellent quality. They're all, and again, they were all, they're all like chunks this time, and not a powder, which, you know, and they're all tasting and feeling more like the real thing, which is very nice. And I've decided to put the X tab away, and if I decide to do it next weekend for the movie, I might take a quarter of it, because I'm worried about what it might do to my heart, because I know what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's smart. Definitely.
When I go see the movie next weekend, which I don't think I ever talked to you about it, but there's an anime that's new, Hero Academia, and there's like movies coming out for it in theaters, like simultaneously as well. And anyway, so I already bought my theater ticket for next weekend with the homies, and so when I go see it, I will probably take like a quarter tab.
Word.
And he told me when he sold to me, like, I know this tab is a little more expensive or whatever, but he's like, man, my very, very high tolerance buddy was rolling his ass off and couldn't help himself on one of these tabs. So I was like, you know. And of course I was drunk, so I fucking bought it right off the gate. So.
I fucking hate ecstasy.
Yeah, well, and you know what? I would never have even thought about it unless I was just, well, like I am, you know, just sort of like, oh, what do you got? You know, let's see. But I didn't think he was gonna have ecstasy. I thought he was just gonna have Xanax and.
But why would you want that? Because we were just talking about how you absolutely don't want that. The Xanax. Earlier today, we were like, "Oh yeah, my guy has Xanax, but like, I don't want anything to do with that."
Well, luckily it didn't come to that.
This-
I got the Xanax, so that's actually a good thing. But anyway.
I mean, that's no shade or anything. I was just wondering, like, what.
That's what I'm saying. You're exactly right. I just, because I was curious. I asked him about it, like for the price. I was like, yo, what are you selling X tabs for? And he thought I'm in ecstasy, and he was like, yo, here's the ecstasy price. And I was like, okay, fuck, I'll take one. You know. And I was like, actually, what I was asking you about was the, you know, Xanax. And he was like, oh, but I was like, you know what? But I think we're fine where we're at.
Round
You know,
one.
anything else.
Fight.
Yeah. Just be careful. Yo. So Shug.
Okay.
Round two. Fight.
What's up, bro? How are you? If you chillin'. If you're looking for the Destiny raid, there's another party. We were originally in here, but yeah. Yeah, it's Leviathan. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, I talk and chill with people, but I will jump in if they need it. But I told them also that while they get ready, I was just gonna, you know, hang out with Alex for a bit and talk to him for a minute and just chill. For sure.
Round
A
one.
little bit,
Fight.
you know, if it comes to it, and I know Alex, he's gotta go. In about an hour.
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
Chill with them for just a little bit. Ready, but how you doing, man?
Yeah, that's kind of what Davis was saying, but I guess he's leading it.
Fight.
I would rather not be into an argument with somebody over a video game, you know what I mean? I think it would be better.
Word.
My man, I would come into it completely humble, ready to help.
Fight.
But man, the moment that you it's a fun Friday night, goof around, start, you know, come at me. I think I would be okay, but my man, I'd rather just
Alright, yeah. Yeah, anytime, man. If you don't want to raid and want to join Mortal Kombat, I'll be playing for a few hours, so let me know.
Finish him.
you gotta sort of respect me, you know, so, so we'll see. Fair, and I appreciate that, buddy, I really do.
Yeah, alright, I will catch you guys
Alright,
a little later then.
later, man.
We'll be here.
Have a good one, bro.
Later on. I will try.
Jade.
Alright, so
Shinnok's
the
bone
fucking
temple.
impression I'm getting
Yeah.
is that I joined the party and I misstepped the wrong way, and then oh, here comes Carson with his angry guy thing again. I just don't want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. He sounds like a fucking jerk. Like if Davey and Sugar are both like, nah, like that's usually a pretty good sign.
Someone paid you. Fine.
And I know but like Davis runs
You get the
Davis runs
idea.
a damn fine race.
They've wasted their
He's
money.
fair
Round
and he's
one.
concise.
Fight.
He lets everybody know what they're supposed to do. And he's not a dick.
Yeah.
When Davis runs the raid gets done and everybody's happy. And you know, yelling at himself.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like honestly just a bad time. It just sounds like a headache. It sounds like something that I would join, and then like if I wasn't going to the studio later, I would just like at one point be like, all right guys, I've had enough of this. I'm going to bed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Final round.
Mm-hmm.
Fight.
Yeah, facts. That's good. Word.
I just don't like the dog was scared. The dog was scared. Like you could tell.
He like hit it or something.
Yeah. Oh, I know he did. I know he did. I know he did. He is a dog, and he was yelling and getting in the dog's face, and the dog is underneath the blankets on the couch, laying down, putting the snout down on the ground, like just sad. And I was like, all right, let's just get this. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because when you first said that, like, that's something I would say about Wallace, but like jokingly.
No.
You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Oh, he's just pissing and shitting everywhere," you know.
No, this was finger pointing, like hard tone. Dog's face.
No, hell no.
Pushing the dog's nose down into the ground. Like, yeah, like, oh yeah, you're fucking shitting all over the house, aren't you, little bitch? Like, I did not like it. I did not like it, and that's why I tried to hurry it up and get out of there because I didn't like it. I don't like anybody that treats their animal that way.
No.
I understand that animals misbehave, especially dogs that are anxious or have a bad past. But you don't fucking sit there and add to that.
Round one.
Sit there and add to a poor animal. Alright, yeah, let's just get it going. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We grabbed that. Okay, thanks. Alright, man. Have a good night. My guy was out there, and this is also the guy that denied me the ability to stay for a few minutes
Yeah, you told me about this. This guy just sounds like the fucking worst.
Round two. Fight.
There's a long time ago, like when everything was cool,
You told me about that one. That was Alex, right?
Sindel wins.
But the time before, he goes, hey, and, you know, I bought some stuff from him, and we talked for a minute. And he goes, hey man, he goes, look man, I know you and me are in the same kind of place, trying to cut down on the alcohol a little bit, man. Why don't we hang out sometime? I was like, oh okay, yeah, sure.
Round one.
Yeah,
Fight.
okay. Have a good night. Yeah, you too.
Yeah. No, hell no. Yeah, and I mean, I've gone as far as spanking Wallace. Like, I've gone as far as spanking him. No. And, like, also only on the butt and, like, never, like, emotional abuse. Just, like, a quick spanking and, like, go home and that's it, you know?
Round two. Fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cabal wins.
Do you walk it?
What are the changes in the house? He's like, well, you know, the other dog that was his friend, you know, is gone now with my ex-girlfriend. And I was like, man, do you think that?
Yeah.
I was trying to be like more gentle than I should have been. Even I was like, bro, do you think that could cause the anxiety and maybe the incontinence and maybe the, you know, maybe the abnormal behavior of the other dog? Like, bro, do you think that's probably?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's crazy because in this fucked up world, if you would have come at him, bro, he would have like taken that out on the dog, because that's how abusers work. Yeah.
Round two. Fight.
Hmm. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Or at the very least, don't fucking like above everything. Like that's the thing. Like fuck. Like I mean, yeah, animals need like a dog's especially like a lot of care. But like if you're gonna forego that fucking care, like at least don't add to the anxiety and the pressure when they act out because they're not getting the care they need. You know what I mean? Like.
Your animal that I mean, let's be honest, man. You got a pit bull terrier like that. There's a decent fucking percentage that dog's been abused.
Mm-hmm.
That dog's been mistreated, and you've got to fucking realize that.
Yeah.
You don't got no border collie or
Mm.
man. You've got to realize that.
That's right, Wally.
And so this guy, yelling and screaming and getting in this dog's face, man, I couldn't fucking stand it. So I was like, hey, man, yeah, let's get this thing going. Thanks. Hey.
Man, see that bothers me too, because Wallace has a lot of anxiety in general, and so like when I see Wallace, like even now, like just like he's chilling, he's laying on the bed, he's calm, but like he's always got like an eye up. He's always like a little bit anxious, you know.
Right, and what can you expect from an animal that has been abused?
Yeah.
That has been used. I mean, we talked about it before, man. What's the reason he's got one less leg, man? He probably was a bait dog.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know for sure? Do we know for fact?
But based on everything else, based on the way he acts around other dogs, it's almost positive. Yeah. No, he's got a lot of problems with. He's got a lot of issues. Like, let's not get it twisted. You know.
That's precisely what I'm saying. Is that don't think that you're just gonna adopt any old dog no matter what. Everything's gonna be fine. Like they're depending on the place and the breed and the circumstances. There's issues you gotta address.
Yep.
Imagine if you went to a dog park and let him off the leash.
Oh, yeah, I would get sued because he would kill a dog. So what? That's exactly what I don't do.
And that's the same, and you know what? That's the same for those fucking chihuahuas too. That's the same for any of those purebred that you get. Like you get a purebred German Shepherd, and you think they're just gonna act right. You're out of your mind. You know, a purebred, even German Shepherd, they're not gonna act. They're not gonna act. They're not just gonna obey your commands. Like it's a wild ass fucking dog. You got to do some work.
Yeah.
You know, just like any dog, and I just anyway, I just think that the people that they go and they adopt
Special Forces Desert Command.
Aggressive a dog, and it's a symbol for them, and it can be so harmful to that animal, and it's just you just gotta be real.
Round one, fight.
What sort of
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, sometimes it's hard. Like, Wallace is a sweet-ass guy, but he still, like, misbehaves a lot of the time. And it's like, a lot of times it's more than just training and doing the right things. Like, a lot of times you just have a bad dog, and it's like either... And, like, Wallace is not a bad dog. He's a great dog. But in certain situations, he's a very bad, poorly behaved dog. He can be very poorly behaved. And... I mean, he's snapped at people before. Yeah. You gotta be careful with him at all the time. That's the thing. Like, I trust him and I believe the same, but like, I don't let my guard down around him for a second. Can't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want any of that. No. Yeah, I mean, the clan is... like I said, I like the people like in the clan that I like. And then... Nah. To be honest, like, I don't know, not even that. It's not even about that, to be fair. It's just like, I don't necessarily always want to be in a group chat with 8 people. Like, that's really what it is at the end of the day. It's not even that I just dislike anyone or, like, could care less for certain people. It's just that, like, I don't want to be in a chat with 8 people talking all the time. I have been fucking winning this, goddamn, a bunch in Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit, are you broadcasting?
I was, but then it told me my connection was too shitty. I don't know, it says I'm on air.
Sub-Zero. Cabal.
And I'm down to just play some players matches too. I'm just fucking in ranked right now. Trying to crawl my way back up. Fuck. Oh damn, I gotta take the train to the studio too. Oh wait. I gotta check the mailbox. Even though how? God damn it. Yeah, that's what Sub-Zero does.
Round 2. Fight.
Fuck. God damn it, I can't. Oh. I've never played this subclass of Sub-Zero either. So I'm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have another shot against him, but. Oh. Oh. Boom. I got him. I got him.
Final round. Fight.
Oh. Oh! Shit.
Brutality. Ability to free. Sub-Zero wins.
Why did you take ecstasy?
No, buddy. I'm saving that. I'm not stupid enough for that.
Yeah, the worst I ever felt ever in my whole life was when the morning after, a week after I mixed cocaine and ecstasy.
Oh, yeah.
Athens, Georgia, bro.
I think I'm gonna take it for the movie next weekend.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not winning this. Good shit. Sub is a pretty good Cabal counter too, because anyone who has range like that. Oh my god, and the fucking lag. Oh! Wow. Shitty.
Sub-Zero wins.
Computer. Stop. Yeah, it was tight. Fuck, was that the first or the second? Oh, that was two. He beat me both times. He fucking wrecked me. Yeah, man. You know I love you, bro, right? You know you're my dog. Nah, bro, I know.
Jax. Cabal. Lost Hive.
Well, we don't need to get into all that, bro, but I love you, man. You know what I mean, but I love you, bro. Of course, why do you think I call you with all my problems, bro? Well, man, you always got one, and not just to me, bro. You got people around you, you know, like Max too, and fucking everybody, dude. Like even the clan, like Davis and all that. Like Davis has become one of my good friends too lately. Like it's a good dude, man, and I know he feels the same way about you. Nah. Likewise, bro. Yup, that's a fact. Of course. Well, of course, and I think we both know that. That's why, you know, even when we had an argument recently, like, you know, I don't think either of us thought much of it. Like, neither of us thought it was serious enough to have any great impact. You know, it was just like, we're beefing for a minute, and we're gonna talk in a couple of days, and it'll be fine. Like, that's always how it is, bro. Like, it's just like. Yeah, but we could just talk. That's the thing. We're the type of people that could just, like, a couple days later, we could just be like, you know. Also, I am whooping this Jax right now. I don't know if you've seen this. Yep, thanks. No, likewise, bro. Seriously, you're one of my best friends. Absolutely. Like. Nah. Nah, bro, I mean, it's not even about that. That's the thing. It never was, like, that's the thing. The whole scale of the problem, like, it was like, you know, I was pissed at you for whatever reasons, but I was, at the same time, I was like, you know, it was kind of like, you know, it was like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, I'm not tripping because, like, I just, like, I know, like, I know that our friendship is, like, more important to both of us than this stupid argument. So, like, you know, like, I'm never worried about it for a second. Like, there are some people, like, I'll have a disagreement with them, and I'm like, I'm probably never gonna speak with that person again. Like, there's no reason to anymore. You know, like, you're just like, oh, like, you know, cause, like, yeah, I mean, I mean, absolutely, bro. That's the thing. Like again, it's like it's family, bro. It's family, and like family fights, you know, like. Yeah, and we can just have a back and forth and like a fucking, and that's the thing. I know for a fact that I've convinced you of certain things that you didn't believe, and I know you've convinced me of certain things that you didn't believe. Like, we've influenced each other's viewpoint and opinion and outlook over the course of years. Of course. Yep, facts. We don't even have that many differences on policy views, I really believe. If you got into nitty-gritty on policy, I don't think we would have that many differences of opinion.
That's what I'm saying too. Is that more of it is the label. More of it is the you're liberal and my conservative label. But even then, that bends.
That bends, and I think it's a lot different in the Trump era too, to be honest, because I know a lot of people like you who were conservatives but are now a lot more uncomfortable with that label because of just history in the past.
Well, of course, because I've seen what I would imagine certain party strong stances fold like children.
Right.
With again, like I said before,
Go Mitt Romney. No, and you know what, bro? Like, and I actually defend on Facebook. Someone was like, kind of not attacking him, but like, oh, like don't let him fool you, like some liberal. And I was like, look, like, I don't really like the guy either, policy-wise, but like, there is no way you can look at this and view this as a politically expedient decision for him. Like, him voting impeachment, like you have to at the very least like commend this man for like no, he didn't save anything, and like sure, you could argue that there's a lot more he could have done as a senator throughout Trump's presidency, but like this man, like when push came to shove, he voted with his heart and he voted with you, and it has done all the things that you've asked of other Republicans. Don't like shame him, man. Like let him know like that there's room for him on this side. Like even like fucking like Justin Amash, man. Like and that's really gonna be the key, because I'm really worried about this election, and if Trump wins, I'm worried a lot for what that means for the never Trumpian conservative. Like what does that leave you? Well, the answer is no. I mean, he's been primaried, and the GOP as a committee has already pledged their support to Donald Trump already. So the answer to that question is no.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Yeah, I don't respect every decision, everything he said necessarily, but I respect that. I respect that. And I listened to him. He did an interview with the New York Times about it on my, the podcast I talk about that I like. And they interviewed him, and he was like, basically, he's like, look, I'm a man of faith. And I looked at this, and I couldn't, in good conscience with my faith, betray an oath to God that I made. That was his reasoning. And it's like, I totally disagree with your reasoning, but like, cool. At least you're honest about believing in God. At least you say that shit and fucking follow through with it. You know what I mean? Like. Yep. Or Graham. Oh. He's not. He's clearly not, but... But that's, I mean, I think that's what's truly revealing about evangelical Christians, right? Is that they never were, and we all know, you know, the state of the world as they saw it, and X, Y, and Z. But like that, it's proof that like, okay, everything you guys talk about is bullshit. Like everything you guys, except for Mitt Romney, every single evangelical except for Mitt Romney is full of shit. Yeah.
So, right outside my job, right as I any of the restaurants I go to for lunch, there was a guy who apparently rented out the space, and he had a megaphone, and he was, you know, shouting Trump, and he had, you know, Make America Great Again signs posted in the ground everywhere. He had a, like, double size fucking Trump, a Trump statue with like a wrestler's body with the championship belt. You know, just this sort of like, you know, grandizing. You know,
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't laugh at that like that, but good. That's a fact.
You can practice and preach any religion that you wish, but also part of America is that you have to fucking deal with the criticism of any
right.
That's what I'm saying. So you've got to deal with somebody driving along in their truck and saying "fuck you, you fucking piece of shit."
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that. Oh, man, see, the thing is that these fucking Westboro people.
And just so we're clear, I don't like, and I don't normally use the F word like that.
Yeah, same.
I
But.
was just sort of drilling the point home, and I felt like it would sort of get the point home. But no, I don't like using that word. But,
Right.
It also drives the point home with evangelicals because that's a slur that they use.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a slur that they use, and I feel like anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah, but like I don't blame you for that one. That one's not. Nah, man. Yeah, like the thing that drives me so crazy about those types of people, and like, you know, honestly, like, and this is probably definitely not a popular opinion amongst liberals, but like, if you like, if you're privately like think being gay is weird, and you don't like it, whatever. I don't really care. Like I could care less. As long as you're not in the street, like, baiting a lot, like, because all these Westboro people, like, they go to these things, and they, like, protest, like, soldiers' funerals and shit, and like they do it because
That makes me really upset.
yeah.
That makes and they do it because of that. Because, you know,
Well, they literally do it, bro, because it's their source of funding, bro. So what they do is they're all like all of Westboro they're all lawyers. They're all fucking lawyers, and they sue anyone who hits them. So they intentionally get fucking hit in the face, and then they sue you, and that's what funds their church.
I mean, I can see that because when you are standing around a fucking, you know, person that died and fought and gave their life to, you know, what they thought was, you know, the best thing they could ever do for their country, and you're screaming God hates fags.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, like, imagine if my sister, brother, cousin wasn't, you know, if they were to have
Yeah.
a casualty in the military, and I encountered one of those motherfuckers.
And imagine if they were actually gay too. Like, imagine if your sister was gay,
I
and
mean, buddy, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I mean, you know, I'd go straight to jail, cause I'd block them once.
Yeah.
You know, you know, and they know that.
They know they bank on that. That's the thing. They pick their fucking. That's why they do shit like the soldiers' funerals, is so that people will react, and they'll go viral. It's like,
That's so shitty. I mean, of course I know we're talking about shitty group of people, but my man, like, you know, even, you know, I know, you know, even you know, you're a little more left, you know, than I am, and you know, you disagree with war, but you're not gonna fucking.
hell no.
You're not gonna go to somebody, you know, somebody is dead, and you're gonna go to their fucking family and scream in their face.
Hell no, bro. I have shit against war. I have absolutely nothing against the veterans. I've never, ever, even when I was like in 8th grade and like fucking listening to Anti-Flag and shit, like, and I mean, even Anti-Flag did fucking hate the soldiers, bro. Like, if you're fucking coming at soldiers, like, unless those are soldiers who unless there's one soldier who committed like a war crime or something, like,
Right.
get the fuck out of here.
Which, I mean, and let's be fair, sometimes there are.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely happened, and you should be able to speak out about shit like that. But like, if it's just like the troops, and especially if it's someone who died,
And
whole Pop Smoke thing. Sorry to like bring everything back to that, but it's like I'm seeing everyone's opinion about like this dude I know who died, you know, and everyone's like, you know, I saw one person post something that was like, oh, like, y'all gotta stop comparing Pop to Nipsey. He was no Nipsey, blah blah blah. And this was like an Atlanta person, and I was like, bro, like,
and it's like, okay. What's the?
well, first of all, Pop was exactly what Nipsey was. Like, no one knew who Nipsey was before he died. He was a LA hero. That's what he was. But anyway, so I was like, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. And second of all, like, as someone who fucking knew the man, like, fucking, like, we're hurting right now, that's valid, and it doesn't really matter, like, what you think about, like, his impact on hip-hop. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, and I don't want to hear about it. Like, I don't care about your opinion, like, and that's kind of what it's like, what you were talking about before, is just like with the Westboro people, it's like, bro, like, it's just people sticking their head where it doesn't need to be stuck.
Well, exactly. It's like, you know, oh, you really think, you know, you're gonna take the terrible, controversial, bullshit opinion onto these people who love and care about the person that died, you know, who
I mean, even if you genuinely, in good faith, believe that, like, even if you genuinely, in good faith, believe, like, fags are all going to hell and X, Y, and Z, like, even if you believe that, like, I have a lot of beliefs. I don't go to Republicans' fucking grave sites and go, like, impeach Trump. Like, yeah, well, good, but, I mean, no, but, well, also no, also no, also no, also not good. That's the thing. Like, even me, I could kind of be like, ha, a little bit, but like, I'm not actually glad that Eddie Bad is dying. Like, I'm not glad about that. Like, he's a horrible person.
Round one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, true. Yeah, that shit. I mean, it happens, but that's the thing. It's crazy because I know fucking, like I said, like Wes, who is a part owner of the studio and is an OG Big Blood, like, you know, was crying with me and Og, like fucking like. It transcends, like, for people in New York, and that's the thing, like, this is probably an Atlanta Blood or like a Florida Blood or something. Well, clearly, because that's who you would know, but like. I would be very surprised to see it in New York. Yeah, I would be very surprised. He's white. He's not a real blood, bro. He's like. It'd be fake, but yeah, but whatever it is, that's the thing. Whatever it is, like, and like, yeah, this shit is. Well, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's some Bloods celebrating this, and like, some people in general. That's the thing. Like, you know, anyone who's a celebrity, people want to talk about it. People want to feel a certain way. Like, people who didn't like him want to feel empowered. People who, you know. Nah. Yeah, and I remember she said some fuck shit recently. I don't remember. It was about Juice WRLD, maybe? Or Kobe or something? Man, she is really hurting for ratings. She's got to be. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my god, did you see Lighter change of turn, did you see Toad, did you see Elizabeth Warren destroy Bloomberg at the fucking debate? Oh my god. Yeah, they put ether to it. Yeah, I think did I send that to you or I posted it. But they put it over ether, which was Nas's Jay-Z does. So that whole da-da, it's like Either it's like fuck Jay-Z, da-da, blah, blah, and then it goes into the beat, and that's what, and it was like, that's why that in particular that shit was so funny, because that's like the best rap.
Like she, like you said, she's Hoover.
Yeah.
She put him right on the goddamn spot. And I'll tell you this, Alex Bloomberg, I can't believe that I go into a debate without a rebuttal.
Come on.
Yeah, he really, like in the Democratic Party, bro. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, she, I mean, and like,
And it was, and not only did he not have a rebuttal, he did have a rebuttal, and it was the worst possible thing he could have said.
honestly, he should have shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he should have. I mean, people at NBC were like, "This is where you pivot." They're like, "Pivot." Like, it was hard to watch. Elizabeth Warren was like, "Cool, so you agree here on TV to release them from them right now?" It was like, no. It was like, no. Well, good. You know, honestly, good. Cause I actually, before the debate, I was kind of like, and I didn't like Bloomberg, and I still hated him for the following reasons, which I'm about to say. But part of me was like, okay, well, he has this war chest. He has the middle class convinced. Maybe he's got a shot. You know, blah blah blah. And the thing is like the one problem I have with it, and the one reason I'm glad everyone skewered him, is because this man thought he could skip 4 states, spend a bunch of money on TV ads, and buy a presidential election. Like, it's just so fucking brazen. And I'm glad everybody went for it, bro. Everybody. Yeah.
And that's gonna work well for the Democratic Party, you know. I'm thinking that, you know, I mean, obviously he was. I was talking to the homeboys, and I was like, "Yo, you guys obviously see that Bloomberg's out. Like, Jacob Bloomberg was out before he even started."
Yeah. But like, also, I don't know, man, because like I don't know how much white people in men care. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I don't think that he ever, because he was always coming into this thing with stop and frisk, and so like the. Well, that's not true, bro. That's so. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, because white people in New York love Bloomberg. I'm like, they really like. Because he cleaned up the city. He did do that. I mean, he did it by. Well, Giuliani. Well, Giuliani started all this shit. First of all, like Bloomberg's stop and frisk policy was adopted from Giuliani, and like that whole aggressive broken windows policing thing was like that was Giuliani's brainchild. But the thing is, after De Blasio has come back, and actually I really kind of dislike De Blasio, but I will say that as far as policing goes, he's done a pretty good job, and crime has continued to go down, and stop and frisk isn't a thing, the broken windows policing isn't a thing, like it's just not a thing because you don't need to do it. But Yeah, and I mean and that's the thing. Nobody trusts this guy for a fucking second. But he's gonna throw the full weight of his influence. So my thing is like, if you know, and I really, really, really disagree with the thinking that a moderate Democrat, quote unquote moderate Democrat, is the way to go in the 2020 election. I think it doesn't inspire voter turnout. Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, or Pete Buttigieg, and of the three, I like Buttigieg the best. But I like Buttigieg actually, but a lot of progressives really don't. And ooh, another cabal. They have, I don't know. I mean, he takes some corporate money. I think that he's gotten a bit of an unfair shake from the left, and I think the left has a habit of eating itself all the time.
Round one. Fight.
I really don't. I don't think we'll see that.
Round two. Fight.
I do. I think he's the only one who really can. Maybe Bloomberg. I think Bloomberg could over Trump. Bro, it's a long. I disagree. It's a long race. And like, look at all the times we said Trump was done. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. In these types of things, we have a short memory. Mm-hmm. Grab him by the pussy was before the election. Mm-hmm. That was his announcement speech. The rapists and murderers. That was his presidential. Bro, think about, I mean, Robert Mueller, fucking Ukraine, fucking Charlottesville, fucking, there were good people at both sides with the KKK rally.
Round two. Fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Final round. Fight.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nah, and that's the fact. And on that point, I'm curious to get your opinion on this because I, for the longest time, have made that point, but kind of countered with the point that like, look, not all Trump supporters are racist, but as the undeniable race baiting and the fact that racists are more emboldened than ever gets more and more clear and present, you have to look at Trump supporters and you're like, okay, like, no, you're not a racist, maybe, but you're sitting here and you're like, if you still support Trump in 2020, you're saying that, like, more important to you than racism is taxes and judges and conservative policy. At the very least.
Round one, fight.
No. Do you think but do you think it's willful blindness? Yeah, that's where I'm kind of getting, cause like I tried. But they're not though, because like, if anything, if this Trump, like if you still support Trump now, it means that you've trusted Trump over our own national intelligence. You've sit here and watched him degrade and talk shit about our institutions. You've watched him nearly start a war with Iran, and then when soldiers get attacked and have fucking brain trauma, call it light headaches and say that there were no injuries. You have a president who's been blatantly disrespectful to the military, so you can't. Well, John McCain, there was that, and then there was the Khan family, there was the Gold Star family. So, like, he, from the beginning of his campaign, has been incredibly disrespectful to the military. Anyone who wants to call themselves a patriot and stays true, like, I'm sorry. Hmm? I would imagine, I would. Right. Attorney General. No, bro, absolutely not. And not only your life, but the life of all of your fucking brothers, bro. All of them. Like, you know, it's...
Yeah, like it's just bad, and like and they're just like, look, you know, none of us like him, we all hate him, but we all love America, and we're gonna do what we can for America, and it's just so sad because it's just one of those times where somebody joined the military thinking that they were gonna help the country, and putting their life on the line,
Mm-hmm.
then slowly and agonizingly realizing that everything they do has to do with some fucking idiot who is tweeting from some leather chair and saying, you know, fuck that country, fuck this country, fuck that country, and
Yo, the shit he has done since being acquitted is insane. Like,
I mean, look at Roger Stone. Here,
Roger Stone, he fucking fired the whistleblower, or not the whistleblower, but the witnesses in the impeachment trial. Like, that...
like, dude, yeah, I know, it's truly, like, my man, like, you and me will sit here and marvel at this while our kids
Oh, all of history, like, it's gonna be like... We're gonna have to explain to them how it happened. They're gonna say, how could this happen?
you're exactly right, because
We're gonna say, I don't fucking know. We're gonna say...
no, you and I know the way that United States education history books portray the United States.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to sit there and explain how what was really the idea with slavery, what was really the idea with you know with the stamp and the T-tax, what was really the point with you know the Spanish American War.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We're gonna have to sit there and speak the truth to our children because trust the
And that's the thing, is like, as much as I've been a government skeptic for a very long time, at the end of the day, I really do believe in our institutions. Like, when push comes to shove, like, yeah, but that's the thing, there's so much that, and this is like, and I do think, and this is maybe naive, but I do think that Trump is by far the worst case we've ever seen, and beyond that, including Nixon. Nixon broke into a hotel. That's it.
my man Nixon, like Nixon really.
Trump is worse than Nixon.
You know, I'm sort of debating that. I'm on the fence right now. I'm sort of thinking like Trump and Nixon, but like you know, he's got a similar thing than but my man, like I don't know. I feel like at this point at least, you know, as far as
Well, here's the thing, bro. Nixon, what does it? Nixon resigned under threat of impeachment, right? Like, or after, like, here's the thing, bro. You have Trump, who, again, just look at the Roger Stone thing, look at the firing the witnesses, like, all of that right there, and, like, all he's gonna do, like, this is Trump on, like, just today, like, a report came out that said that, Russia's favoring Trump and Bernie in the 2020 election, which is everybody knew. But then the report, this report came out saying that the person at the DOD who like delivered the news, basically, that Trump was furious at, and like complaining about and like talking about firing. Yeah. No, no, not that Bernie was leading and Trump is doing well. That Russia is favoring in the election and actively, basically 2016ing to support Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders like they were last time. They're getting the far left. Yeah, and no. I mean, what you mean like as far as helping, like doing what? Well, the DNC. I mean, so the DNC. I mean, Russia has. So the thing about Russia is that like, Russia didn't expect to actually elect Trump over Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election, and like, yes, absolutely. I've watched hours and hours and hours of FBI agents. So it was stereotypical Putin, and it was to bloody Clinton's nose. They assumed Hillary would win, but they didn't assume that they would be able to actually stop her from beating the election. They just wanted to bloody her image and her nose because of politics. So that's how Putin works. Like, the way that I was watching, so there's this PBS thing, I think, it's called the Putin Files, and it's like a bunch of like 3-hour interviews with different like intelligence officials and former FBI chiefs, and like, it's really great. And I've watched most of them. They're like 3 hours, 4 hours long. Sick. So anyway, point is, so the way that they were describing it, or one guy described it that stuck with me, is it's like Putin is the kid on the sidewalk who like sticks his foot out to trip you. He doesn't like necessarily think all the way that like he's gonna succeed in tripping you. You're gonna fall, you're gonna break your nose, and then you're gonna go to the hospital. Right? He's just sticking his foot out. Does that make sense? He's just, in general, he's just like, he's just basically fucking with her. Right, and that's why they're supporting, well, that basically it worked better than Putin himself thought it would. Right? Like, just how you know, like, the picture of Trump's face in the election, when, like, Trump is, like, you could tell clearly that he did not expect that he was going to win, and he's like, oh shit. Like, it's the same thing for Putin. Like, he expected to just bloody Clinton's nose a bit, but the
So you're saying that the intent of the Russian interference was to demoralize and destructuralize Clinton's lead, but they didn't account for how much that would put Trump in the lead. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and also in general, to globally and within the U.S. Weaken the view of democracy. To point and say, look, democracy doesn't work. Right? Like, overall. But that's the thing. These Russian trolls, they support Trump and Bernie. They don't care who wins, bro. It's that they want the furthest left and the furthest right to be emboldened, and they want people to be fighting. Like, this is genius and kind of hilarious on a troll level, I have to say. But in 2016, they organized in Houston, Texas, Russian trolls. I think it was Houston. It was somewhere in Texas. But Russian trolls organized on Facebook. They organized a Black Lives Matter protest, and then also simultaneously a Blue Lives Matter counter protest. And people showed up. A bunch of people. Which is hilarious. It's scary, but it's.
That goes beyond. That's espionage, my man. That is espionage.
Well, yeah, but it's to destabilize. They don't care about Blue Lives or Black Lives Matter. They want people fighting.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, of course they don't care about either cause, and that's why, like, oh god.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
No, it's tough. It is tough because you get all this online support, and then you get boots on the ground, and before anybody has a conversation with anybody, it's all pushing, shoving, screaming, yelling, guns up.
Mm-hmm.
He assaulted me. No, he assaulted me first, and then way to go. Nothing but well, what they wanted.
Yep, you get exactly what they wanted.
What they wanted is what you got: destabilization, and where the left looks like fascists and the right looks like Nazis. And
Well, hold on, cause those are the same thing.
yeah. I mean, yeah. No, thank you. Actually, honestly, thank you for saying that.
I mean, fascism is like not like Nazism was a fascist party. It was it's fascism.
No, exactly. It's like, thank you. Yes, no, exactly. You agree, and like, and so, I think that not that it would matter showing them, not that it would matter, trying to educate the groups, but my man, like, if you're in, quote unquote Antifa, and you hurt people, or if you're quote unquote all right and you hurt people, then you're hurting people, man. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that. And that's what helps destabilize.
Mm.
That is what helps. And honestly, it probably helps y'all right because you're looking at the news. You know what I mean? And you're seeing like, oh.
Well, now, never in a million years would Putin have dreamed that an American president would say, yeah, I believe President Putin over my U.S. intelligence community. Like, this dude hit the biggest jackpot.
Can you imagine? And like, just, I mean, and he foretold his moron agenda years before. He said, and again, people like to forget this, but he said, if I was gonna run for president, I run Republican.
I don't think that's true, actually. I think that's a.
No, he said it. Remember he said it?
I remember seeing several articles saying he said it, but I don't think it's actually true. I think it was fake news.
My brother, I heard him say it. Like, the part, like, he like, I've heard him say it, where he says that, Republicans are stupid, and Fox News, people, they watch Fox News and they're gonna, or whatever. If I was gonna run, I'd run as a Republican. Like, he did say that. He did.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean.
I mean, and again, like, I'm not bringing that point up to argue with you.
No, I agree. No, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy that, like.
Man, like, again, I sort of wish that there was a counter argument that I could bring up, but there isn't because he said it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and another thing is too, the reason that, what we start with, me praising Mitt Romney, and man, like, I'm sort of, what do you even call me anymore? I'm sort of kind of a Republican, maybe a little, like, sort of a centrist.
But you voted blue last election, and I'm assuming you probably will this one unless something crazy happens.
No, last election, don't forget, man, I voted
Andrew Gillum.
no, last election, think about, hold on, I'm sorry.
I'm talking 2018.
Oh, 28, okay, well, 16, I voted...
You Trump.
No, I voted Rubio.
Right.
And when Rubio was out, then I voted Trump. And
So you voted Trump.
super happy about that.
Right.
But then, after that, I voted different.
Yeah, in 2018, and that's in 2020. I'd imagine you'd probably be blue. I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, and here's the other thing too, is that, you know, if you're anything fucking other than filthy fucking Trump, then you're blue.
Mhm.
Because there is no other, you know what I mean? They don't give us a, they don't give us a, they don't give us a Bloomberg, they don't give us a, they don't give us a Overlook, they don't give us a, they don't give us a, you know, what's it, who's the guy that I actually like? Not Gutierrez, but,
Um, fucking Kasich.
no, well, yeah, well, him too, but who's the Florida governor that I like?
Rubio.
Rubio, yes, that's what I wanted. You know,
Yeah, but look at all of Rubio's principles and where he, you know, you know, and like, and that's that it.
right, and they're all of them are going straight towards the middle of the GOP, and that's shitty because I liked whoever that's O'Rourke, but
Rubio. They're basically the same person.
Rubio, like, that guy, you know, he was a conservative, yes, you know, and he had a couple controversial views, but, oh my god, Evil Rat was in it for you?
He just joined and left.
Okay, whatever, good for him.
I really don't care.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, I believe, and you know what? I'll say this, you know, controversial opinion, go ahead and get me. I feel like he handled what's the shooting? The last shooting, Stoneman Douglas. I feel like he handled the Stoneman Douglas shooting with tact. You know, perfectly? Sure. But I felt like he handled, he did not shy away from it.
Well, he's a I mean, that's what he's trained to do. You know what I mean? That's.
Well, of course, but here's what I'm saying. He had the nuts to the next day face the people who were affected by the Stoneman Douglas shooting and tell them what his policy is. And I respect that. You know, do I agree with him 100%? Not really.
Right.
But you know what? I say Rubio has a fucking pair on him, and
Well, it had.
No, I say that he.
Because it didn't mean shit in the era of Trump.
Wait, he didn't. Well, you know what you're talking about, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, like Rubio and all these guys are like, oh, well, like, yeah, I wish he wouldn't tweet that racist thing, or wish he wouldn't abuse his power here. They're like, what did Rubio say? He actually had he was quoted for saying something incredibly stupid, and he said that, basically, he said that this conduct for this impeachment would be impeachable in a different circumstance, but just not right now. Basically saying that if it was a Democrat, it would do it. I do too.
Round two.
I'm not. I don't think he's given any indication that he's. What indication? But we're not strict with them now. Look at how we are with Saudi Arabia. Look at Trump and fucking they murdered fucking a U.S. not citizen but a permanent resident and Jamal Khashoggi and a journalist, and he didn't do shit. So. But look at what Bernie has said about Saudi Arabia, is what I'm saying. No, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just saying that, you know.
It's the part that I want him to come, you know, he's very impassioned about the vitriol between the inequalities in this nation, about the way our healthcare is treated, about the way our poor people are treated, about the way that, you know, that wealth inequality
Round one.
and sort of
Fight.
inequality is treated.
Right.
Round two. Fight.
What about China with the Uyghur Muslims, bro? Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Uyghur.
Scorpion wins.
Minority that lives in that region that has as much as any right to be there as they do, and you know, this is this big
Mm-hmm.
government, you know, big, you know, overtake this, you know, stomp on the people kind of thing, and you know, they don't.
One second, sorry. I gotta activate my card that just came in the mail. I think I got it.
Thanks.
I
The
think.
debit feature on your... Sorry, I didn't get that. You can say automated banking or press 1, send me a new PIN or press 2, or repeat that or press 9. If you're finished here, sure, here it is again.
You know, you can't just sit there and pretend that a certain group of people doesn't exist, or that you hate them, or that you're re-educating. It's very fucked up.
Oh, I mean, no, it's nothing. It's a concentration camp, bro. It's
That's what I'm saying. And what my problem is, and that people, oh, they, you know, they wanna give me a bad time, and they wanna
This is. You're not wrong. Yeah. That's a fact. What? Yeah. That's a fact. No, you're right. Sorry, I'm importing this card info to the Uber, so. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that, though, like, given the world and what we have to work with, like, foreign policy-wise, I think Bernie is actually a better bet than you'd think. I think that the reason he's so focused and impassioned about his campaign is because that's how you win this election, is you focus on American issues. I mean, like, no, Bernie. Yeah. You know, like, in Trump, this is the one thing Trump had right, with the help of Bannon and all his advisors, is, like, no, you campaign on, like, American economic independence. And, like, that's the end of the day, like, that's what he really campaigned on. That's what people voted for. It's not what he gave them, but, like, that's what he said he was going to give them. And anyone who watched him for 2 seconds kind of knew. I was listening to something interesting that somebody was saying, like, he did so many things contradictory. If you really look at it, you take a step back, like, you realize that he says, like, things that appeal to, like, almost all voters separately. And so, like, you can kind of, like, pick and choose and believe and what will do for you. Oh.
But the second point is that, you know, all of those things together makes a good argument for you gotta really, especially at this point in today's day and age, you've gotta really illustrate those differences.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta say, well, you know, hey, Warren really stuck it to Bloomberg, and she was right, and Bloomberg really fucking sucked. But here's the difference between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, and they point. And then here's the difference between Steve.
I mean, yes and no, because, like, in an ideal world, yes, but the problem is, well, yes and no, because the problem is, and this has been proven, like, time and time again in countless elections, like, the American electorate does not respond to policy. They don't. The elections are rarely won over policy. It's over debate, but it's over pizzazz. Like, no candidate no candidate enjoys the fact that their whole platform is reduced to, like, a minute-long spot in a debate platform. Like, it's just, like, in like a soundbite, basically.
You don't believe that the things said during the campaign and the debates are pivotal to the...
But they are, but those are never substantive. The things behind them aren't pivotal to the votes, because everyone who tells you, yes, I have a plan, it's on my website, no one's been to the website, right? Like, every one of you, like, Warren has a plan for everything. All these candidates say they have plans for this, and this. Like, go to my website, you can see my plan for this in more detail. Like, and that's the thing. And a lot of them, some of them don't have any plans drawn up. Some of them do have plans, and they defend them and they defend their points, and like some of those do get highlighted in debates, but like the substance of those plans, the actual nitty-gritty, okay, at this percent tax, like people don't care about that. The electorate doesn't care about that.
So what do you think are the most are the candidates with the most substance regarding their plan for fiscal policy?
Warren, without a doubt. Well, Warren is above the pack, like by far. After that, I'd say Bernie and
Is that because of her policy by itself, or is that also because she completely trashed Bloomberg and killed
No. Warren has been. I've told you this. I would have voted for Warren over Bernie. No, so Warren is. She's always been. She's had clear-cut policies from the beginning. That's why I liked her. If you ask her about anything, she goes into nitty-gritty about policy. Her whole that's her whole thing. That's like her whole. She started the Consumer Protection Bureau, and like that's her whole, and ran it really well. But like, so economic policy is like her whole. It's like her forte, and she goes really in depth. Like you can listen to her talk about it. You can. I mean, I'm not gonna go into it all right now because I have to leave pretty soon. But policy-wise, absolutely, Warren is the head of the pack. She has a plan for everything. They're really, really good plans. She's unlike Sanders. She's like she's a capitalist and admits it and owns it. But she's like a very pro-union capitalist. She's very much about like fair and smart regulation. And she would do really, really well with economic policy from a liberal leftist perspective. And I'd say, and I don't like her at all, but I think that Klobuchar, actually policy-wise, is not horrible. Like she's a moderate in the field. She's like 4th or 5th. She's she's in the field. Amy Klobuchar. And she's actually a lot more moderate. She's like, and I don't agree with her policies, but she knows them and has them. So like, you have to give her props. But that's the thing. A lot of policy doesn't come at this phase because elections have been like. That's the thing. I feel like most candidates, or at least the ones like Warren, but like most candidates would love to have a hot button debate be like a 3-hour fucking economic policy debate where the electorate is really interested in the nitty-gritty of policy and you could debate on that, and that would be, but that's not what does it. It's not what actually gets you votes. So like yes, it should be like that, but also like you can't blame people for not doing that, because if it's like, oh, I could talk about only policy, not engage in any criticism or any of the bullshit, and like live above it all, it's like, yeah, but then like you're not willing to do what it takes to win, because that's been proven to not work.
Fair. Yeah, you're definitely right. You gotta kind of dive into it, you gotta dive into the
Into the mud, yeah, a little bit. And
But honestly, like Warren, man, she didn't stop. She went right for him. She went right for him, and then he sort of had his little bullshit answer.
She fucking.
And she'd be like, oh, okay, so you'd be willing to release everything clap and cheer. She already had that. She already won right there.
Oh, I mean, they went, even in his response, when he's like, because he's like, oh yeah, like a bunch of women work for me, and the whole audience was like, he was like, oh, and the complaints about me don't have that much, maybe there was a joke I didn't like, and the whole audience was like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, really? Oh, a joke you didn't like?
Yeah.
Show your dick. And it's kind of like one of those things where
What? He was defending Charlie Rose, bro, in the Me Too movement.
Well, that's what I'm saying, exactly. So, you know, you're hearing him, and you're hearing the things he said, and it's like, you know, honestly, it's just, you know, I'm saying, but if I was in his position, you know, I would almost have to say, yeah, you know what, yeah, I said some shitty things. I was a real, you know, I made some real derogatory comments, but, you know, here I am, and you know, this is not what I stand for, blah blah blah, this and that. But if you try to do what he did during the debate and backstep all of it,
Or like pivot, bro. Like, and that's what like MSNBC was saying, and it sucks. But like the real answer, because there is no good answer to that question, because you fucked up. So the real answer